Good morning, beautiful friends, or afternoon, evening, whatever time it is with you. I hope you're all fine and dandy today. I'm so happy and excited for today. A sort of quiet excitement, because I'm finally getting a little bit of tinker time. Oh, it feels great. All the big jobs are done. Well, bar one. By big jobs, I mean all the planting out, all the transplanting, all the structure making. There's a little bit of structure making still to do. The bean arches, the teepees, they need a little bit more lashing. Not much. Tinker time. And then eventually, hopefully, my coco de pampol that I sowed, did my second sowing in the cells. They're just coming up. So in another week to 10 days or so, they'll all need planting out. Actually, there are two more big jobs. Get the raw beans out, get the garlic out and get those beds packed. But what I mean is, in terms of sort of the summer garden, it's all planted pretty much. Everything's built. Oh, I'm so happy. What I'm going to do after today, when I finish at the end of the day, I'm going to do a quick little mid-month tour, update of the garden, because today it is exactly 2 weeks since I filmed the June tour. And it's changed quite a bit. Lovely breeze. Yeah, it's changed quite a bit. I think I said on that June tour, give me another week. And I think I changed my mind and said 2 weeks and I'll get it done. And it is. So, today, oh, by the way, can you see this behind this little bit of bamboo? Sweet, isn't it, against the blue of their shed? That was from a neighbour's garden. It was looking really, really past its best. It was massively pot bound. So they've brought it out and I think divided it into sort of 5 or 6 clumps. It may not work, but hopefully, so it's in a nice big pot down there. Hopefully it'll come back to life a bit. But the stems are a beautiful colour. It's weird though, because it's moving in the corner of my eye. I keep thinking someone's approaching. Anyway. So, on the agenda today, it's one of those days to go around the garden with my wheelbarrow, gathering up bits and bobs where they've just been dumped as I've been working the last few days, pots, labels, sticks, what have you. As you saw, I've just emptied out, that was pots of compost where I've sown something and it's either not germinated or been... Actually, I think they were all pots that have been nibbled by slugs. So yeah, I just empty those onto that, what's going to be the cocoa bed. I'm about to do my pebble labels. Oh! Now, the thing is, I was mentioning this the other day. Oh, there's the one for my paprika, faded. Let's redo it. I know what all my plants are. Almost. Oh yeah, I made a typo. It's not a typo, it's handwritten. It's black futsu, not fatsu. I was thinking of myself eating them all and being a fatso. Yeah, I do know what my plants are, but sometimes when they're at this really young stage, I can have 3 different types of peppers and they all look the same. Actually, 2 look the same, 1 doesn't. So I like to label it for that reason, but also because quite often people have a little wander in my garden, looking at my different plants, and I just think it's nice for the days when I'm not around to answer other people's questions about what I'm growing. They can come and have a wander and look around. Sorry, little interruption. I think it's inevitable on a day like today because it's so hot again. There are quite a few folk around, and actually my 2 next neighbours that way, they're doing exactly the same as me today, just having that bit of a clear up and a sort out. So yes, just to finish what I was saying about the labels, make the labels to remind me before things have started growing what they are, but also so that anyone who comes to visit the garden and they're wondering, oh, what's that? There'll be a label, they can see it. So yes, wheelbarrow around the garden, pick up all my odds and ends, start to tidy and sort my pots. I've got a few odds and ends. Can I plug any more gaps? I don't think there are any more gaps. Now, one of the things I am going to do today, I found these. I think Catherine has visited my shed at some point. They were on my shed stoop. I mentioned too that I was running low. These are the, you know, the coffee stirrers she gets from work. Fantastic. That's next year's plant labels supply already. Yay! Yes, one of the things I'm going to do today is I'm going to sort the deck out a little bit. I'm going to make it a little bit jollier for summer. Normally by this time of year, by the time tennis starts, the bunting's out, the deck chair is out. The deck is still a working part of the garden at the moment. There are still pots of things growing, namely the Coco de Pampol, and some spares of my climbing beans. I'm holding on to them for now. Two reasons. One, if I lose any to the you-know-whats, I've got replacements. But also, I've mentioned to a few friends that I might have spares, and they've all said yes, please. So I'm going to keep nurturing them, keep bringing them on, and hopefully in the next few days I can share those out with those who don't have. Part of tarting the deck up, my lovely neighbour next door had all these flower pots. She's the one that way that's got loads of beautiful flowers and also has a back garden. Oh, they're mucky. These are going to be for my pelargoniums because they're still in quite small pots. These are nicer, I think, because they're all sort of matching, so they look a bit prettier. I mean, I don't mind having mismatched pots, of course I don't, but quite often, you know, like the black pots you get from garden centres, they're not that attractive, are they? So brilliant, thank you for that. And then one of the really, really important things I'm going to do on the deck today involves, remember my great big bolt of tulle from Gabby? Thank you, Gabby. That's going into action today too. So I better get stuck in, hadn't I? It's a really, really long list of little jobs. I just sort of started making it last night in my excitement for today. It's a really, really long list, but some of the jobs, I mean, they're barely a 2-minute job, and it's going to be a joy. The whole thing is going to be an absolute joy, but it won't happen unless I crack on. So I'm going to go and write out my pebbles and deliver them to the garden. And then why don't you join me in a moment at the deck? Right, let's see if I can thwart the birds from my blueberries. Oh, ow, scissors are hot in the sun. Let's see, how long? Twice. Up and over. Yeah, that should do it. Oop. Oh my goodness, this scissors are so hot. Right, open it out. Need another pair of hands. Oh, there we go. So, whoop. Let's see. I want it to be accessible still. So if, oh I know, brick on the back. Down. Right, you're the other one, get out. Oh, stinky hot. bridal blueberry. Then clothes pegs. Whew. There. Actually, I think that'll do. Maybe another brick. Whoopla. This one's going to be trickier. It's bigger. Cold shower. One. Two, and a bit of space. Oh, don't breeze. Breeze is lovely, but I don't want it. Stand. There we go. Because, oh my goodness, these are laden with fruit, and I am not. I'm not going to share it. There's plenty of other stuff around for the bees, for the birds, should I say. The elderflower are really late this year. Well, later than usual. But last year the elderberries were really early. I'm mentioning that because the birds can have the elderberries, not the blueberries. They're cheeping up there now as if to say, no, stop it. And I think, again, just a brick. Now do it. Bit more space. Hang on a sec. There we go. Gosh, it's so hot. And I can easily water through there still with rainwater rather than tap water. I always reserve whatever's in my water pot because it does get low at this time of year. I always reserve it for these two babies. We're due some massive storms in a couple of days, so hopefully it'll refill my pot. Good. I'm glad that job is done before the birds get a chance. Goodness me. Right, next job. So steamy. The sweet peas are coming. Gorgeous. I'm amazed they didn't die during March when they were in the cold frame in their cells and they had no attention from me. But they're in the end of the cold frame where the top window was a bit open. So they were obviously getting just a little bit of rain through that month when I wasn't here at all. Oh, they need a bit of weeding. Ignore that for the now, time being. I've got some spare Woohooo. These are my paprika peppers, the ones with the gorgeous sort of pixie hat shaped peppers that start yellow, then go gorgeous deep orange, and eventually super lush red. So I'm thinking, how many can I get in here between the freesias? Just looking at the growing tips, flowers. I think 4 might be enough. Find a home somewhere else for that one. I'm so glad I'm not doing strenuous digging stuff or mass planting out or structure building today. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I don't know how I've done it these last couple of weeks. Stubbornness. Right, this is really dry, but I've got a whole can of water on standby, ready to give them a right royal soaking. And then back to the shed to start on the pelargonium cuttings. Dripping brow. Gotcha, come on. There we go. Oh, what the heck, let's get the other one in. Can't help myself. Oh, where's that watering can? Oh, it's right behind me. Colour of this one. Oh, beauty. A sort of predictor of the peppers. Tight corner. Okay. Roses from Paul. something like that. For now. No, that's not quite right. I think you need to go there. And you there. For now. Will do. Whew. I'm just up right at the top end of the garden, next to my plot number sign. You know, it may not have looked on camera necessarily, but my goodness, it's been another scorching day. You can probably tell by the little dribbles of sweat running down my face all day. Yeah, but what an absolute treat. What a treat to... this ground's like rock. The reason I'm at this end is because one of my neighbours has just taken out of her garden a load of self-seeded cosmos that were in the way. Exactly like last year, she's given them to me for me to transplant them up into this top part of my garden. I did get quite a few self-seed, but they've come up in the path, and obviously as I go up and down the paths watering, they've been mashed. Yes. What was I saying? Yeah, it's been an absolute treat to have this kind of time in the garden today. Loads and loads of little jobs. I've done quite a few little jobs off camera as well. Just sort of tidying a bit, rationalising everything. That thing I was saying about sort of gathering up all the spare plants. Can I find homes for them? Are they not wanted? Shall I compost them? Etc, etc. It just feels like this. It's a huge relief. I know that you will all appreciate that. It's back to time now to just have really beautiful enjoyment time here. I haven't massively enjoyed the last 6 weeks, to be honest. I try to enjoy it as much as possible, but it's just felt like a pressure every day, because every day I leave the garden knowing about all the jobs that still need to be done. And when I say need, I do mean need, because it's my food. But like I say, thankfully now I'm at that stage where I can just enjoy tending my plants, tending this garden, just looking after it a little bit, but essentially it's going to do it for itself now. It doesn't need me, apart from watering and whispering sweet nothings. So I'm going to leave it there for today. After I finish this, I'm now going to quickly whiz around and, really I'm sweating, film a little tour of the garden, where it's at today on it's either the 14th or 15th of February. You won't see this for a while though. 14th, doesn't matter. Do that, and then I can't get to the garden for a few days other than to water. Oh, unless we've got that storm coming, haven't we? But the next time I'm here, I'm going to get stuck into my absolute favourite tinker time, and that is tomato cares. Tomato tinker time, yay! Oh, 'tis the season to tinker, yay! Oh, I do a happy dance, except I'm now sat on the floor. Alright, lovelies, thank you so much for hanging out with me in the garden today. I hope you enjoyed just that nice, just much quieter time. Fantastic. Loved it. Right, I need to get these transplants in before they wilt completely in the heat. See you all soon. Cheerio.